Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to another reading. So today's topic is, why did you meet in this lifetime? So obviously we're going to connect you with a special person that you do feel a very deep soul bond with. And we're going to discover why you came together with this person in this lifetime. So there could be a variety of different scenarios. I just want you guys to take the messages as they resonate for you. Some of you guys may still be in contact with this person. Others of you may be in a separation or have had a falling out. So there might be certain pieces that fit and others that don't. So like I said, just get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today are actually created by myself and will be listed in the description box down below, as well as this beautiful organite here. So let's go ahead and dive right into it and get started. I don't know why, but this crease and the fact that it's not straight is just so irritating to me. I don't know why. I'm sure that no one else noticed it, and so I just pointed it out. But yeah. Anyways, let's do it. Impression. Upon first encountering you, the viewer, what was awakened within your person? Let's take a look. What was awakened within your person upon meeting you? What was awakened within them upon encountering you, meeting you? Ooh, we have parasite. I will suck the life out of you. This is very interesting, and I don't want you guys to immediately go to a negative place. But what I am picking up, and I'm just going to keep it 100%, this person felt like you really wanted something from them, like you really needed something from them. There's nothing wrong with wanting or needing something from someone else, and sometimes it can come from an unhealthy place. And who knows, maybe some of you guys were kind of codependent on this individual. You were really needy. Maybe it triggered something within you, but I'm getting for the majority of you, this person may have just been kind of shut down. And so what you awakened out of them was this need to provide something for you. And if this person was not ready, they may have seen you as somebody that was kind of sucking the life out of them, sucking their energy. They were going to lose themselves if they shared themselves with you too long. So it may have been that when you first met them, there was a lot of chemistry, a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of attraction. But I feel that as time went on, this person started to feel drained. They started to feel like they were just not either going to be able to give you enough as much as you were giving them. So it was like lopsided, or they just kind of felt like, oh, I just, like running for the hills. It's almost like a reaction to run is what I'm seeing with this. So let's go ahead and get another. We have Indigo Starseed. I'm a catalyst for you to change. Okay, so do you see? It was an opportunity for your person to no longer run from this type of energy. And we're not saying that this type of energy, parasitic, is healthy. It just means that when someone is connecting with you and somebody is looking to maybe get something from you, that doesn't always have to be a negative or a bad thing. But there are people out there that are so afraid of either love, or they're afraid of true intimacy. They're afraid of anybody relying upon them because they are afraid they're going to disappoint them. Those types of people will run for the hills and turn it into a negative. And I'm just getting here, you guys, that that's what was happening here. So just like I said, take it if it resonates, and if it doesn't, no worries, just skip this portion. But the Indigo Star Seed, I feel like you guys came here with a specific purpose and a specific mission. The way that you love, the way that you connect with other people, it's very deep. You're very empathic. And so the thing is this kind of a person, if they haven't really dealt with a lot of people that were kind and giving and generous, it's almost like this person may have turned your giving nature, or you're wanting to connect with them and love them in a deep way as, this is too much. This is too needy. This is too, like almost like you're a parasite to them, because you're wanting something from them that they just can't reciprocate, or something like that. So I feel like they turned it into a negative, even though a lot of you were coming from a good place. But the thing is, you guys, not all of us are perfect. I mean, none of us are perfect, but not all of us are fully healed from our issues. A lot of us suffer from codependency, people pleasing, looking for someone to fulfill us if we fill a void. So these are very normal human feelings and things that we attach to people. So we're not saying that you were perfect, but I'm just getting here in this particular instance, your energy is coming through as very empathic, very sensitive, very, very high vibe actually. And I feel like it was misunderstood from this person. That's what I'm getting in today's reading. All right, let's get one more. Yeah, look at here. I'm here to collaborate with you. See, I'm here as your teammate. I'm here to help you. I'm here to work together. I'm not here to just take from you and give nothing back. It may have started that way where maybe you really wanted to give to this person and you were hoping that they would want to be a team with you. But I just feel like you did offer this helpful hand to this person to kind of give them a leg up. And I feel like this individual may have just been too either traumatized or they hadn't worked on their own shadow. And so they perceived you as someone that was either problematic or you were just wanting too much from them. You were it was too deep, too much, maybe too quick, too fast. They just couldn't deal with it. And so maybe they were out. Okay. Not going to be the case for everybody, but I do have to mention it because the parasite energy is here. Okay. So I feel for the majority of you, this person got really scared and they ran for the hills. Okay. They said they deemed you to be overly sensitive, too much. Okay. And others of you were really coming from a good place where you really wanted to collaborate with this person. You wanted to connect with them. You wanted to really maybe do something very special with this individual, but they found a way to sabotage it. They found a way to maybe project something onto you, something that they couldn't handle within themselves. All right. So that is what we have so far. Let's go ahead and see what else you triggered within this person or just how they awakened, what was awakened within them. And so what can be awakened is fear, unhealed wounds, traumas, things like that. I feel like you and this individual share this starseed, like constellation. You guys both come into this lifetime as indigos. And so sometimes the indigo can be really misunderstood. The indigo is very much like a rebel, can rub a lot of people the wrong way. They can be very problematic. There's also a lot of amazing, beautiful things about indigos as well. So I just feel like if your person came into this lifetime with this indigo energy, they may still be working through, some of the lower vibrations of that indigo starseed is what I'm seeing here. And it might be that you guys were predestined to come together and to work something out. But I feel like maybe your person just decided that this was just too much for them. It was just too intense. So look at this, the King of Pentacles. I want to build a life with you. Look at this. So I feel that what was originally awakened within your person is that they did see some sort of a future. They saw that you guys shared similar values. King of Pentacles is the Taurus energy. And so Taurus is all about shared values. It's all about, pleasure. And I just feel like you guys did definitely have some common, there was definitely a back and forth, it was reciprocal in some ways. So it wasn't just like, you wanted something from them that they couldn't give. I don't think it was one-sided because of the King of Pentacles being here. So you awakened within them maybe this feeling of, you know what, I can be the best version of myself. I can be someone. I can build something with a partner. We could do this together. That teamwork is coming through big time. But I'm just saying, I already felt this energy. I don't even really need the cards to confirm it. But here it is, the Knight of Wands. Somebody got restless. The Knight of Wands to me is somebody who's still finding themselves. It's not quite the King of Wands. The King of Wands to me has found themselves. They've gone through a lot of different experiences. They've had, they have just a lot of things under their belt, a lot of living. The Knight of Wands is still trying to figure out who they are. And so it's ruled by Sagittarius. Sagittarius can sometimes come across, I'm a Sag, so I can kind of talk some shit, non-committal, wanting to be free, sometimes a little unconventional, definitely needing freedom to just breathe. Sometimes seeing this kind of energy is just, it's too much, I need out. So yeah, I feel like with the Knight of Wands, your person, even though you awakened this within them, the potential, they became restless at some point throughout your connection, is what I'm seeing here. Wow, see, Page of Pentacles, that's interesting. I have a plan for us. So to me, the seed was here. The seed to build this life together actually was here, but I feel like the Knight of Wands actually got in the way. This restless energy. I feel like maybe there's more out there for me. I feel like there's so much living that I have to do. I feel like there's so many things that I want to experience, etc. I can't just settle down with you right now. It's like, look at all the things that are out there that I'm going to miss out on if I settle down right now. So I feel like you awakened this potential with your person where they saw a future, they saw a life with you, they saw something special with you, but the restless spirit of the Knight of Wands came in and I feel whisked them away. See, this just confirms you guys were on the same page for a little bit. It was short-lived though. Okay. It was a short-lived on the same page. I feel like initially your attraction to one another, coming together, all that stuff was, chemistry off the charts and everything like that. But I just feel like when it came down to actually planting the seed and doing the work and committing and settling down, this person basically either lost interest in this or it was just something that they felt like they couldn't do. Like maybe they were going to disappoint you. So I really feel like it stems from some sort of a issue within this individual where they felt like they were just going to disappoint you. So it was just easier to just disappoint you early on. So that way they didn't have to really, show up for the long haul, basically. Yeah. We have the Two of Swords. Nothing makes sense. I feel like what you, I'm not saying you triggered this within this person, but what was awakened within them is all of this high vibrational, yes, there's this vision, we can have a life, we can have this dream, but then all of a sudden it was just like they were all tied up in their own head. Nothing made sense to them. Everything was skewed. Everything that was once clear was now all of a sudden just completely dashed. I just felt like they just started internalizing or getting too much in their head and they just basically got stuck. So some of you guys may still kind of be in a stuck phase with this person, as in you never really had an opportunity to work things through with them. They became confused. With the Two of Swords, sometimes it could be people that tell you, you know what, I need some space, I need a break, I need some time to think. That's kind of what I'm getting from this person, okay? And there might be other things that happened, of course, but that's the majority of the energy. So what you awakened with them was their indigo star seeds like spirit, which showed them that what you guys could possibly do together as a team, the life that you guys could have, but it would require them to really put down some roots and really put in the hard work. And I just feel like this person felt like, you know what, you're asking too much of me or you're expecting too much. I don't want to fail. So I'm just going to skip out on this and not do that at this time. All right. So if that resonates with you guys, this is probably your reading today. So now we're going to go into the triggers, which is what unresolved traumas played a key role in your separation. So this is when we're really going to go deep into this person's issues. Okay. What is at the core of them feeling like either they're going to disappoint you or that they're just going to lose themselves or that they can't hand over. It's not even handing over control. It's about just having like a give and take type of relationship. This person may clam up when it comes to their turn to provide or their turn to be understanding or something. They may just not be able to do it. Okay, so we have shady. I feel like at some point, this person ended up becoming very shady, right? They took advantage. They took advantage of you. I feel like you guys came in as a team. This is your soul agreement, your soul tie. You did come in. But then this individual started acting in some shady ways. Okay, they either took advantage of your kindness. They mistook it. Is that even a word? For weakness. There's definitely something here where it was a bad deal, basically. So I do feel like this individual could have started lying to you, hiding things from you, masking, even just straight up deceiving you. And unfortunately, I feel like that probably left a bad taste in your mouth. So, why did you meet in this lifetime? I do feel like you guys were meant to come together and have a really beautiful relationship and a beautiful just partnership and experience together. Maybe even do something that was pretty high vibe, spiritual, or like some sort of a purpose or a mission together. But I feel like you probably were plugged into it and this person kind of got a hit of it when they first encountered you. They were awakened, but then after that high was over, it's like this person just started reverting back to their old ways. We have illness. Setbacks due to health-related issues. Yeah, I mean, there could have definitely been some sort of health-related issues in this person's past. So maybe maybe they had an illness, at some point in their life. Maybe somebody close to them had an illness, and it maybe set them back to where they didn't ever want to be in a position where they were going to have to take care of somebody, that they were going to have to be there through thick and thin, that anyone was going to have to rely upon them. Because maybe when they were younger or something, I'm just basically going into what it possibly could be. They never want to be in that position again where they're stuck. They never want to be in a position where someone's relying on them to take care of them or something like that. Very interesting. It may also be, fear of getting old, fear of missing out on life. So you better just live your life to the fullest every single day. So I don't want to settle down because I feel like I'm going to, be limited on my options. Could even be somebody's mental illness as well. Somebody has a mental illness, somebody has a personality disorder. That could also be something that was brought on by an upbringing as well. Superficial, being used for what you have. Interesting. So the unresolved traumas that play a key role in your separation with this person, it may have just been that they wanted to keep things at a superficial level. There was an opportunity to go deep with you, but rather than taking this deep dive with you, they kept things surface level. They kept things very superficial. And it might have also been that money or status or fame or fortune or something was more important to this person, or it's like that got the best of this person and really created an illness in your connection is what I'm seeing with that. All right, let's see what else. We have childish. At the end of the day, I just feel like somebody didn't want to grow up. Immature, juvenile, and unaware. Yeah, this person, and we're not giving them an excuse. Everybody is aware of their behavior. When you're doing something, it's messed up. When you're telling a lie, it's a lie. That your actions are probably going to hurt somebody. But sometimes you just don't care. Sometimes you are really unaware of yourself. Like there are certain people where it's just like, no, they really truly are unaware. They don't really get it. It's not clicking for them. That can happen sometimes. And that could be to a degree what this person was going through at the time. But I feel like something did happen in their childhood. And we're not blaming everything on childhood, but I do feel like because this childish energy is here, somewhere they got stuck. A trauma was really big in their childhood, and it really prevented them from being able to maybe clear something or move to the next level. So they just kind of were always in this survival mode. Always like didn't want anybody to either be too dependent on them because maybe somebody was overly dependent on them. So they just wanted to be free. Anybody that's trying to expect anything from them or needs anything from them, this person could be completely avoidant and run for the hills because they feel like they're being closed in. So that could be something, a trauma from their past. Maybe somebody that feels that marriage or commitment or, having, any kind of like conventional types of relationships is just death. It's just, going to somehow take away from their freedom or something like that too. We have warning, cautious, turn back, and threat. Yeah, I feel like there is something here where when things get too serious, so in the past when you were dealing with this person, when things got too serious, it's like they couldn't handle that. This individual may have actually warned you that they had issues. And that's the worst thing, it's the worst thing when someone's actually telling you something and you're not listening and you're going, oh, that's not going to apply to me. I'm the exception. Yeah. All right. We've all been there, right? So I just feel like maybe this person actually could have tried to kind of tell you, hey, you know what? I got issues. I got issues with commitment. I got issues with this. I have a lot of trauma. I have a hard time trusting whatever. So they could have forewarned you. But the thing is, you guys, just because someone says something doesn't mean we're actually listening, right? And if this person was so messed up, maybe they shouldn't even been getting involved with you in the first place. So it goes both ways. So anyways, I just feel like this person may have had issues for a while. They may have a string of broken relationships, whether they're friendships or, romantic relationships. And because of this, it's like this person has had many warnings to change, but they just weren't ready to change. So I kind of feel like maybe that was one of the reasons that you came into their life, is because it gave them an opportunity to really have this awakening and this huge paradigm shift. And I feel like you're not the failure here. It wasn't your job to save this person, but I do feel like you guys came in at the right time in this person's life, or I shouldn't say the right time, the ideal time of this person's life, but they have free will to just basically not to choose this contract, or not to honor the contract and not do the work and forfeit the contract. So kind of feel like that's what's happened here. Invading. Yeah, this person has a real issue with people invading their space. They don't want to feel trapped. They don't want to feel, they almost feel violated. They feel like something is sucking the life out of them. They just want to be like a child. They don't want to have either responsibilities, or they don't want to be responsible for your feelings. Not like anybody is responsible for your feelings, but it's like they just don't want the pressure. They don't want the pressure. So if they keep everything light and superficial, surface level, then they don't really have to disappoint anyone. But guess what? I just feel like this person is so childish, and that thinking that they may be unaware that they're hurting people more with just the way that they are. So it's just kind of it's a backwards way of thinking. I feel like also too, maybe somebody invaded this person's childhood. And in a way, they were forced to grow up. They were forced to deal with things that were really, really heavy. And so now as an adult, you would think that this person would be very much somebody that was really good at taking things on. And they might be like in work and things like that. But when it comes to relationships, I almost feel like it's a trigger for them, because they feel like it's too much. They feel like it's just, they don't want anybody expecting or wanting too much from them. They need their space. They need their freedom. You know what I mean? That's what this is. So they don't want to feel like they're being violated, or that somebody is, just like constantly in their space. They need that freedom to just do what they want to do. Okay. All right. What else? Definitely seems like a very complicated individual. I mean, but hell, we all are. Okay, so we have the Ace of Torment, Smoke and Mirrors, Ace of Swords. The way that this person views themselves, it's kind of like it's smoke and mirrors. What does that mean, smoke and mirrors? It's bullshit. It's basically a false face that you're putting on. It's like the lie that you give to the world when really deep down inside you're not doing well. And so I feel like this individual probably puts on a really brave face, or the outside, their outer world looks like they've got it all together, but at the end of the day, it's all smoke and mirrors. And I feel like it's because there's a lot of crap going on with this person on a deep, deep level, which is why they keep things surface, is because they don't want anyone to really truly see the real them and the suffering or something that they've gone through. Yeah, they're caged beasts. Yeah, the strength. So I just feel like they're coming through here with this, like this beast-like energy. Like if they would just face this beast. Not in this particular card, but in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it shows this beautiful, almost like angelic female who is opening up the jaws of the lion, and she's like looking in the lion's mouth. She's taming the lion. That might not be on the Rider-Waite, but that's just the image that's coming to me. She is not afraid of the lion. She knows that the lion can possibly bite her. She knows that the lion can possibly attack her. But the thing is, she's got enough trust, or just enough like gentle handling with that lion, to where the lion is allowing her to look straight into his mouth. So I feel like that's saying something about your connection with this person. I do feel like you were the perfect individual to come in, not to tame the lion, but to work with this lion. This lion does not want to be tamed. They feel if you try to tame them, you're trying to cage them, and they don't want to be caged. They want to be free. They want to be wild. And I feel like once this beast comes out, it's almost like this animalistic survivalist nature of this person comes out and strikes and hurts a lot of people, including themselves. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's being contained with this person. They're really restraining themselves. They're hiding a lot of their shadow. They're hiding a lot of their wounds and their trauma. And I just feel, unfortunately, it ends up coming out anyways in all of the wrong ways. And we have the Dictator of Decay, Powerless. This right here is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So yeah, that Taurus energy here is very much about, could be like money, power, what was this in the very beginning here that I was, oh yeah, it was this King of Pentacles here. So this is the second time the King of Pentacles has been here. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is really stable and really solid, somebody that you can build a life with, somebody that is like a family person. I feel like this individual and you had this opportunity when you came together to build something pretty spectacular together. But do you see the keywords? Power, lust. Instead of empowering themselves, right? Empowering themselves with their values. Instead, their lust and desires for the material world, the superficial energy, right? Money cannot buy happiness. And that's, I feel, what was coming through this card here. It shows us superficial being used for what you have, using things or using people, power over things, whatever you're lusting after, you just take and you don't think about the consequences. I really feel like this individual, that's kind of what was dictating their life, is just materialism or physical things, just like sensual things like that, things that were just all pleasurable for this person in the moment. So their unresolved traumas played a key role in your separation, because this person had just not really tamed that beast within themselves. And I do feel like you came along, again, not to save this person, but to help them tame that beast within. And they just weren't freaking having it, you guys. They weren't having it, because they looked at it as, I feel like they almost looked at you as a blessing in disguise at first, but then in a way, it's like they started seeing you as someone that was like I don't want to say an enemy, that's a strong word. And I don't want to use the word parasite because that just feels icky, but just somebody that was just trying to change them. And that made them feel drained and, I can't deal with this. Yep. All right, now we're going to look at the Ascension, which is, has your person experienced the necessary lessons for growth and healing purposes? Let's look. Okay, I understand why I had to chose to learn in this way. So there's been an enlightenment, an epiphany, some sort of aha moment. We have unwavering faith. The universe is taking care of the details. So it might be that this person has expanded their mind. They've expanded their thinking. So there could be definitely a shift in their consciousness. But we do have sensuality here. So this person is still, they're not going to deprive themselves from the things that they enjoy. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying things like food and, just physical encounters and different things like that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just when we overdo it and we fall victim to that lustful side of ourselves where it's an insatiable appetite, where it's not enough and it's just like constant craving to fill the void. That's when it can become lopsided and turn into like the dark, like into a darkness, into that shadow aspect of ourselves. So I kind of feel like your person is still battling this part of themselves, that ego part, right? But there is some kind of enlightenment, and there's been some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Expansion in their thinking. So we have 2 positive cards and just 1 negative here. So I'd say that they're on their way. They're not quite there yet. We have the astronaut. It says we have liftoff. So that does tell me here that your person has lifted off. Okay, so they're on their journey right now is what I'm seeing with that one. Okay, so they're in kind of that transit mode. We have the clergy. So this to me means that they are probably working with a higher power, or working with maybe like a clergy member, or even like a therapist, or somebody like a mentor, somebody that they respect that's actually helping them on their current path. So to me, that's good, because it doesn't mean that this person's just thinking that they have all the answers. They realize that there are there's other people out there that could be of help or value to them in that department of expanding their mind and changing for the better. And we have the zoologist here. So to me, this is about the person that is just kind of breaking out of their enclosure. Maybe they are doing some things, like maybe they're living somewhere different. Maybe they're experiencing life in a whole new way. They're getting outdoors. They're spending time with animals. This could be very therapeutic for this person. So again, I feel like we have liftoff here, but I still feel like there's some work that they're doing for their healing and ascension and growth. Yeah, they're right there. So we have the beginning. This person is definitely, there's liftoff. So they're at the beginning of the journey. Okay. So that doesn't mean it's going to take forever. It just means that they have finally decided to take a step in a new direction. That's really, really positive. Really, really positive. They're expanding their mind. They're open to change. We also have somebody who is, opening themselves up to examining their shadow side, which is the moon. It's the dark aspects of ourselves. It's our fears. It's things that are unclear, things that are unknown. We're willing to visit the dark side of the moon and see what's there. We might be scared doing that, but we're still going to do it anyway. So I feel like there's some shadow work that this person is finally facing. And we have the Four of Pentacles. But again, you guys, facing fears, fear of change. This person right now is still attaching themselves to the physical world, Four of Pentacles. They're still chained to some sort of possessions. So the King of Pentacles is it's almost like it's your person's biggest obstacle is the material world. Your person's biggest obstacle is their attachment to possessions, money, power, position, fame, fortune, etc. That's their biggest issue. Okay. And here you come in, you meet them, and it's not like, you have no attachment to the physical or the material world. It may be though that it's not that important to you. You could care less. You could care less about designer shit or, material things or, whatever, all that superficial crap. You could just really care less. And this person may have been very moved by that. They may have been very intrigued by a person like you that was just so free, that just didn't care about those kinds of things. But guess what? Your person very much cared, and I feel still does care about these things. So right now, I feel like it's a part of their ascension journey to start to detach from these material possessions, to detach from maybe their ego, to detach from things that really don't provide lasting happiness, and really focus more on the self and connection with other people and true intimacy and things like that. So I feel like there's a purpose that you came in to basically open your person's mind, right? But again, I feel like they weren't having it. They let you in for like a little bit and just a little, but they may have spit you back out and said, I can't do this. So your person is still right now in their growth cycle, still trying to let go. But I do see that there is progress, and I do see that there is something happening here. So that's a good thing. Okay. So what we're going to do now, you guys, is we're going to go deeper into the situation. We're going to shift over onto the extended. I'll put that link down below in the description box, as well as the top comment in the comment section. And what we're going to go through is reminiscing. How does your person currently reflect on things and hold on to your memory specifically? Also, roadblock. What do they see as the biggest obstacle that remains between the two of you? Shift. What circumstances do they wish to change in the near future with you? And confession. Heartfelt messages your person is telepathically sending your way, if I could talk. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, leave a comment or an emoji in the comment section, share it with somebody that might benefit from it. All those things definitely help my channel. And just thanks for watching as usual. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.